Welcome each and everyone to episode number 3 of my run through Resident Evil 4. First of all, I want to talk about the sound. I have adjusted the sound a little bit through the menu the PlayStation offers us. So I just bought the sniper rifle. The reason why I bought it here is because I like to use it at this point. There aren't too many places where you can use the sniper rifle too well. So I enjoy to take a good use of the ones where you actually can use it. One is knocking at my door. I most likely won't reload the sniper rifle for a while now. So taking good use out of the knife. So the reason why I won't use the sniper rifle for a while now is simply because I want to use some kind of nice trick. Because the shop owner, he can upgrade your weapons. I talked about that earlier. And one of the upgrade options you have is you can enlarge the maximum ammunition capacity your guns have to offer. So, and if you upgrade your maximum capacity, your gun actually will be refilled automatically. So, you just saw how I was between the enemy and the explosion, and again, I was between the enemy and the explosion, and still the explosion didn't hit me but hit the enemy. So I want to get in there again because they might have dropped something. Actually, they didn't drop anything. It's a little bit unfortunate, but well, not too bad. Loading real quick. So I want the items in this building, so I'm just going to run back and forth. Oh man, that was really unfortunate that there was this guy just got thrown at us. Nothing in there. So I really hate those guys who just keep throwing stuff at you. They're really annoying. Yeah. So if you have what I was talking about was the sniper rifle. I have shoot so much that I don't have any bullets left in my rifle. As you can see, the count is at 0. So if I now enlarge the maximum capacity of my sniper rifle, I will be able to spawn a huge amount of ammunition actually. Well, it's not that huge, but it can make a difference. And if you have problems, if you play this game for yourself and you have problems with the ammunition, so if you have a really low amount of ammunition, run out of it and stuff like that, try that out. Just don't use your weapons anymore if you know that a trader is near, and or if you know that you can shit, that was stupid of me. I just didn't realize that I had no rounds in my gun anymore. Okay. How am I doing this now? I think I'm doing a little bit of that knife bullshit. Okay, I'm just going to use the golden egg right now. Might be not the smartest use of it, but well, who cares? So I'm quite on pickle right here because I don't have any grenades left. So I want to clear a little bit right here by using the shotgun. I mean, it would be more efficient to use the knife right here. But so I'm going to heal up real quick. Taking that money, and I'm going to run for it. Taking the second key item. So this section, the end of this is a door, and you have to open it with the key item. But that's not one key item; it's two key items that you have to combine. You just saw how I picked out of that chest right there some kind of stone plate, and there's a second one that's inside of this. And now we got everything. I'm going to reload my gun as well as my shotgun. I might need to use it right here. I want to take a good use out of that explosive right there. So, taking the second how is this called, stone plate will trigger more enemies to spawn. Like a new wave of them. They should be around that corner every moment. I don't know. Usually there are more enemies that come out after you have taken the second stone plate. But for some reason they didn't really came right now. Well, anyways. Just playing a con. I wasn't in range for the knife, that was pretty stupid of me. But it doesn't matter. So, taking this. I'm just doing that now. Because apparently there aren't too many enemies showing up right now, and so it would be a waste to not use it. I'm really confused. Usually there's like a extra wave of enemies that comes out after you have taken the second stone plate. So I want to go up there where that enemy is for a very short moment again. Shit. I already said that those guys who constantly throw stuff at you can be extremely annoying to deal with. So the music stopped, so that was actually the last enemy. And we also have cleared this place kinda completely. I think I didn't went into this building. Or did I? I don't know. Well, anyways, can I even go into this? I'm not quite sure right now. Yeah, there I can go into it. So, before I go further now, I want to take a look at the map, because we bought the map in the last episode. There it is, and you now see like the M is for the shopkeeper. No, the S is yeah, the M is for the shopkeeper. The S is for the typewriter save points, and the stars that we see are treasures. So I will once in a while I will take a look at the map to see if I missed out any treasure. Usually I won't. I kinda don't really need that map to get through this game and getting all the treasure. But you know, while playing this game, usually oh, wait a moment, I got a little message. So, yeah. So I don't really need that those treasures, the map to find the treasure, because I usually know where all the treasure is. But just it makes me crazy if I think about that. If I really don't think about one, I will miss it. And even though that usually don't happen, it can happen. And therefore I just can't stand the thought of me just missing out treasure, because it's so much fun in this game to spend money. So you want to make sure you get all the money you can, all the possible money to get, because you want to spend it to upgrade your weapons, to buy some rocket launchers even at some point, maybe, or just to buy healing if you struggle with that. It's just you don't want to miss out any treasures. So yeah, I just always buy the map and double check everything, so I really don't miss out any treasures. Also, I think actually that I tend to miss more treasures by my own, because I've been doing that, because I'm kind of relying on that treasure map like that. Okay, I'm going to swap to the shotgun right now, because there are a group of enemies at this point. So, and I want to kill this guy as fast as possible, because he throws stuff about him. That's really annoying. For example, in my last run through this game, I actually missed one treasure, and that was really unfortunate, because it was the last one I needed to make some kind of big combo treasure, where you have to combine 4 different parts to get like a really, really good treasure. So that's how to clear this area. Oh shit. I just stupidly ran into that thing. You also can activate those traps with your gun, or even with the knife if you stand really close to it. So there we got it. That thing. There's no item at all. One thing I don't like about this part right here is that the enemies don't trigger the traps, which is really weird, I think. Especially because almost anything else in the game that like has some kind of AoE to it, something like that, can actually hit the enemies as well. I think I just killed one with the door. So, that was it. There we go. Here we get that mask, another combo item, combo treasure item, like the that, how's it called, Bierstein? Let's see, keys and treasure. Bierstein, yeah. So in Germany we would call that kind of stuff Humpen and not Bierstein. But okay. I'm just can combine it right now. So you get 3 stones for that thing as well as 3 stones for that. I think I missed one of the stones for this mask. Actually not the one that most people tend to miss at the first run. Because there's one really tricky treasure where you have to do a little bit of backtracking. I will show it later on in the game, so. I think I wanna use some eggs. Eating eggs. So I found all the treasure in this section, I think. So right here is another little special thing where you can do like a little bit efficiency stuff if you want to. I want to take a look at my inventory for a moment. I shouldn't have used the healing, so I won't do it right now, but I will show it. In here's some items, and you can see some movement in the water. That's not enemies, that is fish. Here's fish in the water, and if you have some damage, so that's what I should have done actually, you can shoot this fish and you can eat them. And another use of those fish, especially, is so at the small one it doesn't really has too much effect, but the big one right there, you can actually sell them for a nice amount of money. It's not too much, but it can make a little difference, especially at the early part of the game. So, and if you have enough space in your inventory, I don't really have that, as you can see. I have a lot of ammunition by now, and I also got all the weapons I could get. Let me check real quick at my map what it says about treasures. Yep, I got that treasure. Yeah. So, there's only this one. I'm going to collect that as well. So, if you struggle a little bit and if you have the space in your inventory, you can just pick up some fish. It might help you out. So, now this part is pretty interesting, because this house is not just any house, it belongs to a specific person. This is the house of Mendez. Here's a little, really easy riddle, and I solved it. You just have to spin it to the point where it shows you. It looks like the symbol of the Los Iluminados. The Los Iluminados are this kind of religious group that uses that kind of worships the parasite. So, this is Mendez's bedroom. There's a picture of settler. Mendez is the big guy with the beard that wrote the first note that we found, and that threw us around a little bit. So we will see him once more now. There's a picture of him. And there he is.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.
So. Mendez right there, one of my favorite enemies in the game. I really like the boss fight that we later on will have with them. And I kinda like his cutscenes, he's so badass. Little dialogue right here.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah, but he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
So, actually a little funny secret we can take right now is we can trigger another cutscene where we see another pretty important character throughout the game if we go back into his bedroom right now where he left to. So, yeah, for those of you who know the game or like know other Resident Evil games. Oh, there's the Chief's notes. I kind of forgot that. I'm going to read that. As instructed by Lord Settler, I have the agent in confinement alive. Why keep him alive? I do not fully understand what the Lord's intentions are. I would have a think he'd keep them separate, not confine them together as has been ordered. I don't expect Lewis would trust a stranger, but if by chance they did cooperate, the situation could get a bit more complicated. If for some reason an unknown third party is involved, I don't think they'd let a chance like this slip by. But maybe it's all Lord Settler's ploy. Leaving us vulnerable so that this third party will surface, if they even exist, that is. It's an unlikely possibility, but if Prowler is already among us, then our plans could be ruined. I guess the Lord thinks it's worth the risk if we're able to stop whatever conspiracy is at work. At any rate, it's the Lord's call. We will trust his judgment as always. So yeah, those guys are pretty upset with Lord Settler, who's the main antagonist of this game, if you haven't noticed already. So the woman right there was Ada Wong. We know her from Resident Evil 2. And she makes some appearances in other Resident Evil games as well. Like in Resident Evil 6. Which a lot of people don't really like. So I kinda fucked up there. I know that this guy is in here. But I still just went in here. So, the timer just went off. I'm going to clear this house before I finish this episode. Oh, I accidentally shot again. Somehow I'm not used to the controls right now. I'm still take my gun every once in a while when I actually want to use my knife. Obviously it's smarter to use the knife to get through stuff like that glass right there. I'm going to use that just directly. So yeah. Let's end this not on such a dry note. Let's end it with a chainsaw. So I think I'm going to throw a grenade right there. So, and they are all dead. So yeah, that guy just dropped a ruby. So we have finished that section with Saddler's house. I guess that's it for this episode. I really don't know what I was talking about through the whole episode. I just talked and just swept between different topics. But I guess that's how it will be for the next few episodes as well, as I could talk for hours about this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next episode. Bye.